Can't forget to ease a mouse. Think I walk like a champion, act like a champion. What a piece of body can tell me where you get it from. Now find your entrance. Ram pa pa pam pam. Can't let me in everything.
Hi everybody, so welcome back to my show. I am Vanessa. This is the Vanessa Kettle Show, and today we are going to be making lamb doner poutine. Okay, poutine is from Quebec. I am from Montreal, Quebec, so I wanted to do a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a fusion with something that's a little bit Turkish and a little bit something from Quebec. So I did something that is a fusion, and I'm putting them both together. And I have my lamb here, which I'm going to clean, because like what we do here on the Vanessa Kettle Show, we clean our meat. Okay, so we got our vinegar here. Once again, I'm gonna pour it in there. I have my lemon juice. I'm gonna get my lemon juice started. I like to roll it just so I can get the pulp so busted out, and when I cut it open, the juice is gonna just flow freely. Okay, so lemon juice goes in there. Perfect. Now, after that, I'm not gonna just wash it off right away. I'm gonna actually get in there and let the lemon juice and the vinegar, you know, go through the meat, go in different areas that are probably closed, and really give it a good cleaning, okay? So once that is done, now I'm gonna wash it off. Okay, so now my lamb is completely washed off. We're gonna start seasoning it. So for the seasoning, I have some marjoram, I have some basil, I have some coriander, I have a little bit of cumin, as well as I have some white pepper, I have some onion powder as well, salt, black pepper. So we're gonna mix it all in there. So I'm gonna dump all my seasoning in. I'm gonna put some salt. Be generous with the salt, okay? Don't be scared, add the salt. Salt is the most simplest ingredient that a lot of us, we forget to use. So we don't wanna forget that. We're gonna add a little bit of oil as well, just to coat, okay? To coat all of the seasoning together into the lamb, okay? So you're gonna have this going here. Get the seasoning into even the little grooves, the little tiny grooves that are in between everywhere. You want it well seasoned, okay? I season my meat around here. I don't just put it there, a little salt and a little black pepper. I'm gonna put seasoning on the meat, okay? So seasoning, and then after that, we're gonna let it marinate for a little bit. We're gonna let it sit. And then afterwards, we are going to start the searing process on the stove. When the searing process is done, then we're going to pour in a little bit of red wine. I have some dry red wine. I like to use dry red wine whenever I'm cooking like more game meats like lamb or beef or even duck. I like to use lamb if I'm going to be stewing anything. And I have my wine here. And afterwards, once I let that simmer, I sear it, I let it simmer. Once everything is done, then I'm going to add in my chopped onion, my chopped garlic, my chopped green onion, as well as I'm going to taste it to see, make sure all my seasoning is good, which it should be at that time. And then when that's done, I'm going to put it into my oven at 350 for about an hour. So 30 minutes later, within the hour, we're going to flip it. And then once after we flip it, we're gonna flip it again after 30 minutes. Once the hour is done, then our lamb is gonna be coming out and looking like this. So I'm gonna show it to you. And this is it. So this is the Dutch pot. I cook almost all my meat. So in the Caribbean, we use this for many things. We use this for searing meats, we use this for stewing, and this is my Dutch pot. As you can see, it's been used, it's very worn out, but trust me, whatever you put in here tastes good, okay? So this is the meat, and this is what you're looking for afterwards once it comes out of the oven. As you can see here, my meat is now well seared, it's tenderized, it's falling off the bone. You want it to look like this. This is what you're looking for. If it doesn't look like this, put it back in the oven and cook it a little bit more, okay? That's what you do. So now, seeing that my meat is done, we're going to make our garlic sauce for our dough poutine, okay? So for the garlic sauce, I have my mortar and pestle. I love using my mortar and pestle because it reminds me of pharmacy. I used to work in the pharmacy, and this is what we use for when we're making magistrals. A magistral is when we're making like a topical cream or we're making a medication for a patient. This is what I use. So we can also use it in the kitchen. So I'm going to be grinding my garlic. So I have my garlic here. I'm probably gonna use 2 cloves. 2 cloves will be fine, okay? So I'm gonna smash it here. Okay. I'm gonna clean that off, take off the shell. Yeah. Okay. And now I'm just going to chop it a little bit. Just a little bit. Because the mortar and pestle is gonna do most of the work, okay? But I'm just gonna give it a little head start, okay? And I'm gonna put it all in there. You can get a mortar and pestle anywhere, almost anywhere. You can get it at any store. You can try, you can even get them online. And this is very good for if you want to grind even spices, if you want to mix something together. I mean, for my garlic sauce, just because I don't want to taste too much of the raw garlic, so I'm going to try to grind this to a paste, okay? All right, so when we're done, this is what you want it to look like. See that? Nothing is in there. I don't see anything either. So that means it's in a paste and you want it to be pasty, okay? So we're going to add a little bit of salt here. Just a little bit. We're going to grind our salt in there too. Okay. Add a little more. Perfect. It's coming together. Now, I'm going to get my bowl. So now I'm going to add my Greek yogurt. So I have some Greek yogurt here. I chose Greek yogurt because it's thicker. It is not as runny. If you don't have Greek yogurt, you can also use another yogurt. Just don't use anything too thin because I think Greek yogurt is the perfect yogurt to use for this because it has a thick consistency, okay? We're gonna add our white pepper. Around the rest of it, why not? We are going to add a little bit of onion powder. Okay. We are going to add some chopped parsley. We are also going to add some dill, some fresh dill that I already pre-chopped up a bit. And we are going to add a squeeze of lemon juice, okay? So I'm just putting my hand over it just in case there's any seeds that come out. Okay. Wash your hands. Perfect. So now everything seems to be coming together. Now we are missing our garlic and salt mixture here. So I'm just gonna get another spoon. And I'm going to put everything inside, okay? Give it a good mix. It all together. And this is the perfect time for you to taste it. You want to taste it and make sure that you have enough salt, you have enough of those flavors. okay? So I'm gonna take another spoon here. I'm gonna taste it to see. Maybe a little bit more lemon juice. I'm gonna try one more time. Should be good enough. Yeah, this one, that's what you'll do. So now it's ready. So now we're gonna make our potatoes. We're gonna make our French fries. So now I have my potatoes here. They've been soaking into some salt water overnight, and I'm going to deep fry them into some oil. Okay, this is the way my grandmother made them. So this is how I'm gonna make them for you, okay? Okay, so while my oil is getting heated up, we're gonna make our gravy for the poutine, okay? So we're gonna do that in the meantime, just so that we can, you know, do 2 or 3 things at the same time. Why not multitask? All right. Okay, so I have my pot here, right? I'm gonna turn it on. We're gonna add some butter. I have my butter here. So once my butter is all hot, I'm gonna add in my flour. Okay. This is to thicken the gravy, and we're gonna cook our flour at least about 2 minutes. Okay. This is my lamb dripping from the lamb that I showed you that I already made. We're gonna add the lamb dripping to the gravy. This is gonna be our base, okay? So we're gonna add our lamb drippings. Put it all in there. Okay. Cook that a little bit. We can turn down the stove a little bit because we don't want it to burn. Now I have some bouillon. I'm not going to use the whole thing. I'm going to just use a little piece. I'm going to put it in there. And let that cook. And then we're going to add a little bit of water. All right. During this time, we're going to taste to make sure that it's good. We could use a little bit more, maybe a little bit more bouillon. Okay, so we're going to add a little piece more into the pot with a little bit more water. We want our gravy to get thick. As a little secret ingredient, myself personally, I like to add a little bit of cream just to thicken my gravy a little bit more for my poutine. But if you don't want to add cream, you don't have to. You can just make it plain like this. It's no problem, okay? Now we're going to taste it again to see, make sure it's good. Yeah, it's coming along. Turn it down a little bit, a pinch more, because we don't want it too salty, because we're going to add our cheese and we're going to have 2 cheeses. So now I'm going to check to make sure to see if my oil is hot. How I know I have a little water, it's going to crackle, yes or no? Oh yeah, the oil is hot, it's ready to go. So I'm going to drain off. So I drained off all of my potatoes here. I drained them off and I'm gonna put them into my hot oil. Okay, at this step, be very careful. The oil is hot and you don't want to burn yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna drop them in there. So these are my fries, nice and golden. I'm gonna put them here. So now we are going to shred the lamb meat, okay? So I have my lamb meat here that I previously showed to you. And we're just gonna take some of it, okay? We're not gonna take all, just maybe a few. Okay, so we're gonna get in there and we are going to just, it's easy to pull apart because it was done in the oven. It's like falling off the bone. We just want some of the meat, okay? Oh, this looks so good. All right, so our lamb meat is ready. Last but not least, our gravy. Now, I have some cheeses here. Gravy is still keeping warm on the stove. So I have my curd cheese. I don't need my salt, I'm done with the salt. And I have some feta cheese, okay? So these are the ingredients that we have here. We're gonna put everything together now, okay? So here's my bowl. So now we have our fries, okay? I'm just gonna put them on top here. Poutine is a messy dish. It's not really that neatly put, so don't worry too much if, you know, things get a little bit messy. That's the whole point of the dish, okay? Put our fries down. Taste one. Your mouth tastes good. And you can taste the salt in the fries. So good. When you soak it overnight. Now, we're gonna put some lamb meat on top. From the Dutch pots. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to get my garlic sauce. I'm just gonna put some drops here and there. Okay. Then I'm gonna get my feta cheese. I'm gonna put a little bit of feta cheese on top of that. Okay. Then I'm gonna get some curd cheese. Put that there. And then we're gonna get more lamb meat. We're not done yet with the lamb meat. We're gonna get more. Okay, so I'm gonna get more lamb meat on top of that. Okay. Then we're gonna get more garlic sauce. Then we are going to get more feta cheese. And for the finale, the gravy. And now we have our gravy here, hot off the stove. Yes, it's hot enough. We're going to put our gravy over that. Oh yeah. Poutine, y'all. Poutine, we have nothing on this one. No. Excellent. And parsley. Why not? Messy meat. So there you have it. My lamb donor poutine. Enjoy! If you loved this video, you can click like, you can comment. I'm going to try my best to answer all of your questions. And if you want the full recipe, click the link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!